Hello! I thought I would sit down and take some time and go through a few hiking related items that I have been thoroughly enjoying so far this year. There are 5 items and I'm not going to waffle, I'm going to get straight to them. The first thing is my new backpack. So I have had this since Christmas. It was a Christmas present and it is the Mammoth Dukan Spine women's backpack. It is a 28 to 35 litre pack. And I have been asked to do a review video on it by a couple of people, which I promise I will do a thorough review of, but I like to wait to use something on a proper long distance trail, not just a couple of overnight camping trips or day hikes, to see how it really holds up with all that extra weight in the bag. So I've had it fully filled, but I only used it for say 2 days. I am so far loving this backpack because I find a lot of the other backpacks that I've tried in the past quite bulky, heavy, or doesn't fit my frame very well. I'm quite a petite frame, and also because I'm quite short, one problem I have is back length. Things are usually too high up on my head, too wide around here for me. So I was looking for something a bit different, and there's not many people that I have seen hike with a pack from Mammoth for long distance trails or hiking in general. I've seen them on the day packs, but not the long distance ones. And I have got to say, I am so far really enjoying it. It is a roll top pack and it's quite unique in the sense of it's got a front zip, which you can access the center of as well. But yes, it rolls up very, very high. You can release these extension cords or you can compress them if you've not got a lot of gearing here, and it does fill out quite nicely. It has got a handle at the top and 2 clips either side, which is how you pin it back down again and roll it down. And it has got a zip along the top here, and it's a top loading pack. Or if you want to, when you've got it all compressed down and your items are in the backpack, you can just easily zip it down and get access to the centre, which is really handy if you've got something at the bottom of your bag or just in the middle that you need access to. You don't have to unroll it, which is what I like. I think the main reason for getting this as well is because I carry a camera on with me because I'm vlogging quite a lot for these videos, and I wanted something where I could hold my camera quite easy so it's accessible. And the problem I found is that a lot of the pockets on the traditional backpacks are just too small for that. So this one came with an additional weather resistant pocket. You can take this off, put it across your sternum area, or you can put it on the inside of the bag or the front of the bag, because they are just little clasps. And I like the fact that my camera fits perfectly in here when it is raining. So I've quite often worn it across the top or along the side here as well. It's got one pocket on the left hand side hip, which unzips here, and it's quite large. It fits quite a good few snack bars in there. And it has also got a weather resistant phone pocket, which comes out at the bottom. So I've got my phone in there now. So I like that. I'd say the only thing with it is when it's on your hip, it's a little bit tricky to get the phone in and out, especially if it's got a case, but otherwise it's ideal. Something I love about this is the fact that it has got this spine technology. So it works with opposing body parts. And what I mean by that is when it's on your back, it kind of works with you. And this is another thing that I was looking for in a pack, because I hate it when the frame is so rigid that when you bend it, the bag just kind of stays straight, and when you're climbing or when you're trying to get in and around things, it's quite tricky. Whereas this, it's got a movable inner, so when this is tied around your hip and you're moving to the opposite side, it works with you, and it is really comfortable, and it has got a metal frame behind it to keep the weight distributed really evenly. It's got plenty of little attachable, detachable toggles. It's got access for a water reservoir if you so wish. And because the bag isn't fully waterproof, it does have a waterproof cover at the bottom in a zip compartment. It's got 2 very good mesh size pockets for drink bottles or whatever it is you want to keep in those. Either side, I've got one small flask in there at the moment. The bottom, I like to either put my waterproofs if they're wet in there, a sit pad, or just any additional things that you want to keep under there. You can also attach things in between the cords. And yes, it has got hiking pole attachments. So you put the base of the hiking poles in those, and then the poles area here, and you just Velcro them round. What else have I got to tell you about that? I think, oh, and then there's a little pocket at the top here, which is a zip pocket. I think I've just got my keys attached to a clasp, as well as an emergency whistle, so that I always keep those in the top. It is extremely comfortable, and it is just what I've been looking for a pack, because I didn't want one that was too big, because I find that the other one that I've got, which is an Osprey one, is just too bulky for a couple of days at a time, whereas this just is perfect for a couple of days out camping, or just roll down nice and compact for just a day hike. I will definitely do a review video on it in full though once I have done a long distance trail using it, because I really want to see how it fares up with the cushioning on my shoulders and my hips for a good couple of weeks wearing it. Next up, I have to share something that I absolutely love drinking when out on trails. Now, I first discovered these when I was hiking the PCT, and they are called Millie's Broths. Now, I'm not just going to talk about gear all the time. I love talking about food and recipes and healthy things or lovely finds, and these were something I absolutely adored on the trail because they are so healthy. They're vegan, gluten-free, natural, no MSG, perfect for keto diets, those doing intermittent fasting. They're just perfect, and they taste delicious. They're savoury broths, and they come in a steepable broth bag, which you literally just add hot water to for about 4 minutes, then stir it, and it's simply ready to enjoy. It is absolutely delicious. The flavour from these is like you've never tried before. I am absolutely in love with them. They have got these different flavours. There's tomato and basil, spicy tortilla, delight pho, and Thai lemongrass, which I have to say I think that one is my favourite, but they are all absolutely delicious. Now, they have got 3 in a pack, and they look like this. I opened one obviously the other day already. They just look like this, like a little tea bag. So they are so simple and easy to use, and they come in this packet of 3, which has a sealable top. So if you're only using one, that's absolutely fine. Now, what I did the other day is I was out camping and I boiled up some noodles in it for my lunch, and that was absolutely delicious. And then another thing that I've also done is boil one up with some lentils, because you don't need to add any other herbs or spices, or you can just use it as a broth, just as a nice warm drink. I absolutely love these, and I want to say thank you as well to Millie's, who did actually send me these as a gift, so thank you so much, that was so sweet of you. But they're also giving you all 12% discount if you want to try them. They said that anyone that's watching my videos, because I've been talking about them quite a lot, they wanted to offer me that code, so I will leave all the details in the description box below for you. But all you need to do is go on their website, place an order, and in the coupon code section, just put Mary Mansfield, no spaces, no dots, nothing, just Mary Mansfield, and you will get your 12% off. They do ship for free in America if you order over a certain amount, and they do ship internationally as well. I will highly recommend them. They are absolutely delicious. I have got 2 new tops to show you. I thought it was time I upgraded my wardrobe a little bit, because I'm out so much that all my tops seem to get quite ruined because I'm always hiking through bushes or trees and things. So these are 2 inexpensive tops from a company called Mountain Warehouse here in the UK. The first one is this one. It's a long sleeve top. It's called the Endurance Woman's Long Sleeve Top. It's made out of a polyester mesh, and it's got a UPF of over 30 in it, which means it's going to protect me from the sun wherever it covers me. It's quick drying, it's breathable, it's flattering, it's comfortable, and I love wearing it under fleeces, and it's great knowing that it's there. If it gets a bit warm, just take my fleece off and I've got something nice and cooling underneath. The other one is again by Mountain Warehouse and is called the Breeze Recycled Yarn Women's Long Sleeve Top, but it's made out of a recycled polyester, which is what I like about it. So nothing's gone to waste, and it's been reused to make this top. It's much softer than the other one. It's still got the same ISO cool technology in it. It's still breathable, lightweight, and it's also got thumb holes on this one, which I like, because it's still a little bit chilly here in the UK on a morning. So I like the fact that it's got those thumb holes. Again, it's a flattering fit like the other one. I'd say this was a little bit more slim fit, but I love these tops. They're both absolutely lovely, and I'm going to be wearing them a lot in videos coming soon. One of my next favourites, which you wouldn't typically associate with hiking, but definitely backpacking, camping, Or if you want to do a little bit of paddling or wild swimming whilst out on a hike, I have got this wonderful towel to show you. Anyone that probably saw my last video about the 3 Shires Head and Wild Swim, this is what I took with me. It is a Life Systems soft fibre Ordnance Survey lightweight travel towel, and I absolutely adore it. It is a nice size. It is 150 by 90 centimetres. So it is not one of those little towels that doesn't cover you. It is a real full-size towel that goes from head to toe, especially on me. And this particular design is of the High Peak, which I absolutely love. So it's here in the Peak District. They do other designs though. They do, I think it's Ben Nevis, Scafell Pike, there's one of Edinburgh. So there's plenty of different designs to choose from. And it is definitely hiking related because it has got a map on it. It's got this elasticated cord attached to the towel itself. So that will keep it nice and compact, or you can hang it from hooks, doors, or a tree branch. It dries really quickly. It weighs in at 280 grams, so it's nice and lightweight to be able to keep in your hiking pack. And it really does dry you properly. I have tried certain towels before, not mentioning any companies, but it just seems to move the water around rather than actually dry you. Whereas I was extremely pleasantly surprised when I used this for the first time when out wild swimming, and it dried me really fast. So I am a huge fan of this towel. I absolutely love it. I also like the fact that it has got odour control technology built into it, so it won't have that horrible stench that you get with some towels. So if you're looking for a towel to take out with you hiking, backpacking, or if you just want to go out for a wild swim, highly recommend this one. They've got lots of different designs. Again, I will link the details in the description box below for you on where you can find it. I couldn't not include a book about hiking in some of my favourites. I've been reading a lot of hiking books recently, and this has got to be one of my favourites so far this year. It's by somebody called Simon Armitage, and it's called Walking Home. Now, Simon Armitage is an English poet from West Yorkshire, and what he did in the summer of 2010 was walk the entire distance of the Pennine Way from Edale in the High Peak District all the way over to the other side of the Scottish borders. Instead of going that particular route, he started in the Scottish borders and headed to his hometown. Now, he did it a little bit differently because what he wanted to do was earn his money for the trip as he went. So he read poetry on evenings in churches, village halls, people's houses, and passed a sock around for donations. And that is how he got from one end of the trail to the other. It was such an enjoyable read. What I absolutely loved about it was how he explained the landscapes and described things. But not only that, it was the people that he met along the way. And I think this is really key with any long distance trail. It's not just about the hardships of walking, the blisters, the pains, but the way he describes all the characters in it, the people that he meets along the way. And he is so humble with his poetry and his walking ability. I instantly warmed to him. I just loved the fact that he described everything about the trip. And I would say if you're not British, you might take him to be a little bit slightly grumpy in places, but I think he's got that typical British sense of humour where he's quietly funny, and it just really resonated with me. I absolutely love this book, so I would highly recommend it. It's called Walking Home by Simon Armitage. Now that completes all my items for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a little bit different, but I just wanted to share these things with you that I've been enjoying. If you've got anything that you want to recommend to me, feel free to do so in the comments below. But as promised, I will put the descriptions for everything that I've spoken about today in this video in the description for you, so you can go check out everything there if you're interested in researching it further. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next time. Goodbye!